guitar, I know the chords. I play my cigar, laying flat on the floor. The East and the West, their battles won't matter. Only the music can settle the score. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die all alone, then turn into bone. So rock till you die. Yeah, bones remembering my eyes, and when they eat my flesh. But I got the power to win all the hours to run my life away. The sound of the crowd, the creak of the bones. I play it so loud with my mates or alone. It don't really matter if my world should shatter. I hold it together in honor to stone. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die all alone, then turn into bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die all alone, then turn into bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die all alone, then turn back to bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turn into bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die.
Hello there, Matthew J. Elliott here, taking time out from doing British things like correcting people's grammar and, well, that's it really, to congratulate you, the listener, for selecting the True Blue Riffcast. Yes, you could have picked any one of the thousands of Riff Tracks themed podcasts on the web, but your perspicacity led you to seek out the #1 Riff Tracks podcast, and for that, you shall be commended. Now, I'm going to turn you over to your hosts, Dave and Jeremy, and I shall board a flight back to England without even so much as the boxed lunch I'd been promised.
Thank you, Matthew J. Elliott. This is the True Blue Riffcast, the #1 Riff Tracks podcast in the world. It's different. It's different today.
It is.
I'm Jeremy, and I'm joined for the first time on video.
Oh yes, by me, Dave. Hello. You all can see my disgusting, ugly, fat face as displayed by the always less than complimentary iPhone lens. It always makes us all look fatter and older than we really are. It's like, ooh, look, I look great in the mirror. I'm gonna take a selfie. No. So that's how you're seeing me now.
Yeah. Dave got a new vehicle, and he said he wanted to show off the luxury that he got. So
yeah. So like, look at this. This is crazy how much room there is. I'm not a dad. I'm not a mom. I'm not a bus driver. I have no children's. I'm not married. I'm like a unicorn in that way around here. But I am now an Uber driver. I have been for a little bit now, and it actually makes, believe it or not, it makes way more money than my old overnight job. So I was able to trade in the rental for this guy. Jeremy's seen pictures of it, I think.
yes, I did.
Yeah, but look at how luxurious and roomy it is. This place probably gonna all go completely to shit in like a week because of but no, I'll keep it up. But it's really nice. But I also wanted to test out maybe using this as my new place to do the True Blue Riff cast from, because it's nice and quiet.
Yes.
Like, I'm actually at the park. I'm not at my house, which means I can't get drunk. I'm in the car. So, I'm at the park, like I just said, but also you can't hear the wind. It's very windy out there right now. We've never had a wind problem here on the True Blue Riffcast.
Nope.
And we've never heard helicopters and construction.
We get dogs on both ends.
Yeah. So we're testing this out, and I thought, maybe this is a good time to maybe I can do a video thing with Jeremy, and I can show my face on the podcast for once.
Yeah, and it seems to be working pretty well with minimal effort on my end, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, we just barely had this idea half an hour ago.
Yeah, Dave's like, let's test it. I'm like, okay.
Live! Let's do it live!
We'll do it live! Oh, man. So, we were off the last couple weeks.
Everybody listening on the podcast zappers is just so confused.
They're so confused. We've been off for a little bit. Last week, I took my family down on a little mini vacation. We went to Santa Claus,
Pirates
Indiana.
World. Oh.
No, not Pirates World. We went to Santa Claus, Indiana to go to Holiday World, which used to be, way back when it first opened, Santa Claus Land, which is very similar to Santa's Village. But the kids have been wanting to go there for a while, and they just got done with their participation in Willy Wonka at one of the local high schools. So that was kind of our little way to treat them. Go do something fun. That's a lot of driving from where we are all the way down.
You live in Michigan, and you went to Ohio?
Indiana. It's all the way down at the very bottom of Indiana, right next to Kentucky.
Down by Kentucky.
So it took us about 11 hours to get there. But that's because we had to make a lot of stops. I got 2 little kids, so we had to stop a lot, go to the bathroom and all that. And now we get to do it again in 2 weeks when me and the missus drive down to Nashville for Riff Tracks Live.
Oh yeah. We got to talk about that. Off the air.
Yeah. So we're excited. We're not ready to be back in the car again for that long, but it should be worth it.
How long is it to Nashville?
I think it said 9.5 hours. So it'll probably take us 11, 12-ish, depending on traffic and stops and all that, junk. But we're going to leave at 3 in the morning, so.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well, I got numbers to talk. I start work at 5 in the morning when I don't have to. So.
Yeah, I mean, gotta make that money.
Well, that's when all the that's when all the going to work.
Yeah, everybody needs a lift into work.
I don't even know anything about this car.
Well, while Dave explores his car.
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. People aren't. Well, they might be. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff. I've only had it for 4 days.
Yeah, hasn't been that long. But let's go over and take a look and see what the hell James Wen is doing. Because he's been a busy little beaver on X, as it's called now.
Isn't that the Wakanda? Was that the Wakanda Forever thing?
Yeah, where he put the big giant super LED X light on top of the building, and it lasted for 2 whole days, and now it's gone.
Okay,
so
can I say something about that?
Yeah,
real quick before we talk about Jimmy Noodles. I'm not an Elon Musk hater. I'm not. Never have been. That's not my bag. But this was a stupid move. This was a very stupid move on his part by rebranding Twitter the way he did. because it's not nearly as cool. In fact, it's
No.
kind of dumb, and it might have ruined it. It might have ruined it for me. And I'm not even on Twitter that much, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to hang around because I think he just made it irrelevant. You know, it's just like this is stupid now, and everyone's leaving.
Yep.
But that's my hot take. That's my hot Elon Musk take. I know it's not as hot as many other people's Elon Musk takes, but
It's also not as hot
It's a
as
dumb
Arizona's
name.
been lately. Ooh.
how's Arizona liking the rain, girl?
So let's see. What's the last thing we talked about? I know we mentioned yes, his release schedule. We talked about his idea, his grand plan for releasing a total of 10 Birdemic films, plus the
Every time
musical.
he sees a movie. Did we talk about the musical last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. We definitely did. But he has the whole
It was so
stage
long ago,
play.
I don't
It's
remember.
written. The stage play is written. Birdemic, the musical soundtrack list. Here we go. Birdemic, Just Hanging Out, Smile, Global Village, No One Needs to Die, Cosmic Beauty, Garden of Paradise, Birdman, Like This My Love, and Climate Fix. And then the last one is Only Love Remains.
Are there
Oh,
any?
how
Is
sweet.
there anything there that talks about birds other than what was that first one?
Birdemic. It's the name
Okay.
of the song of
After
Birdemic.
Birdemic, are there any songs that talk about birds?
No.
Go through them again, and maybe we can find one.
Birdemic, Just Hanging Out, Smile,
No.
Global Village,
Okay. Yeah.
No One Needs to Die. Maybe in that one. Oh,
Maybe,
there's Birdman.
yeah.
There's a song called Birdman.
Oh, Birdman.
Yeah. Cosmic Beauty,
Michael
Garden of
Keaton's calling his
Paradise,
lawyer.
Like This My Love, Climate Fix, and Only Love Remains.
So there's one, or
Yeah,
maybe two.
maybe two. And then a couple days later, he posted that Birdemic 3-star Ryan Lord will be reprising his role as Evan in Birdemic the Musical.
Is he gonna?
And he also tweeted
wait.
that
Is Evan gonna sing? He has
I
to.
I would imagine so. He also said that Birdemic 3-star Justin Finch will reprise his role as rapper in Birdemic the Musical. So we get to watch him die again. Oh, here we go. Just watched Oppenheimer.
Okay, is it Oppenheimer or Oppenheimer?
It's Oppenheimer, but I don't
Why are
really
people
think
saying
it matters.
Oppenheimer? What
I
is
don't know.
that?
It's just a mispronunciation. But then you get the people, the Redditors, they're like, actually, it's Oppenheimer.
Like I just did?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's the greatest threat to humanity / civilization is not nuclear war, but it is climate change, global warming.
Nah.
CHSNGE. We should create
Either
a
one.
climate fix project like the Manhattan Project to fix climate change, global warming.
So does he want to like? Okay, so I'm stunned that he didn't put like Birdemic 11, Manhattan, Bird
Climate Fix
Hatton
Project or-
Birdhattan,
Bird-
Birdhattan. There it is.
Birds take
Birdemic
Manhattan.
11, Birdhattan.
All right. You're going to love these. On the 29th, he posted a picture of himself standing in front of Mann's Chinese Theater. James Wen is in
One Iron Man
Hollywood
3.
to pitch Birdemic Trilogy 2 to producers.
Birdemic. Okay, let's unpack that. Birdemic Trilogy 2.
Yeah, so 4 through 6.
Is that like Marvel? Is that like Marvel Phase 2?
Yes, this is
Or-
his phase 2.
No, it's only going to take him another 16 years, and we'll all be dead.
Well, he according to his timeline now, he's got the musical coming out next year, and then 2025 for Birdemic 4, 2027 for Birdemic 5, and 2029 for Birdemic 6. We know he's not going to stick to that because how long did it take him to get Sea Eagles made?
8 years.
This is going to be your favorite part of this, though, Dave. Budget.
No. Is this the thing?
Budget.
Is this the thing you said? No, hold on. Is this what you said that you were going to save for the podcast?
No. That has to do with Fatal Combat.
Fatal Combat.
Birdemic 1 was 10K. Birdemic 3 was 300K. And Birdemic...
What?
Wait. Birdemic 2 was 300K. Birdemic 3 was 100K. For Birdemic 4 through 6, James Gwen is dreaming big. He wants $10 to $30 million per sequel.
How much did Back to the Future cost?
Back to the Future? Back to the Future. Budget. $19 million. And that
What,
was
really?
back, back in the 80s, so...
Wait, I thought it cost way more than that.
19 mil.
Oh.
And it made
Well, they certainly made their money back on the 88 million, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he can make a movie with the same budget as Back to the Future, Birdemic to the Future.
What was it that oh no, that's another one of his tweets that I was going to remind you about.
Which one?
The Walk of Fame star.
Yeah. I'm like, it's so hard to see the lettering on it even. Like, I wasn't sure. I'm like, did he just post like a blank star?
Can everybody see it?
No, I don't have it up because I can't do it with
Okay.
this, the way that I have this rigged up for tonight. So maybe when I get a little more used to...
We could like put it in between us because I have me on the left side and you on the right.
Yeah. I wonder... Woo, sorry. I'm very sneezy
That's
today.
disgusting. Feel shame.
Is
Heathen.
this going to show it? Oh!
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the Birdemic star that he tweeted out. Yeah, it's very bad Photoshop or AI making of it. I'm not sure which.
Now, I suggested that this was AI, and Jeremy said that I don't know. I think maybe he knows how to Photoshop that. I said, Jeremy, say that out loud. Please.
I couldn't say it out loud. I couldn't get myself to say it out loud. So yeah, there's his insanity on screen right there. Visual representation of his insanity.
This delusion.
Yes, he is very delusional, 100%.
Do we know how much money
Birdemic?
Birdemic 3 made?
No, I doubt we could find that information just because it didn't really get like a release.
Severin, right?
Yeah, just
Even have
straight
a
to
Wikipedia
DVD though.
page? So Birdemic 1 and 2 have their own Wikipedia pages, but not Birdemic 3?
Yeah, I don't see one.
James Wynn. Birdemic 3 Sea Eagle. Oh, it just redirects to the thing for Birdemic 2.
Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because they did have a premiere for this. He had like a couple premieres for this movie that people went to. So there is a box office total. There is a box office total for this movie. Are you ready for this?
I see it.
$758 is the total box office draw for Birdemic 3. Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Uh,
Oh my goodness gracious.
that is outstandingly terrible.
Sure is.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. I'm just trying to figure out how to do stuff on.
Just don't mind me. I'm still exploring my car here live on the podcast. So.
Well, yeah, like you said, you only had it for 4 days, so you got to
Yeah.
learn everything. All right, well, we might as well move on to actual movies and their box office draws for this past weekend. Of course, Barbie is still reigning supreme its second week, bringing in $93 million on week 2. Oppenheimer brought in
I
46.
was retching.
46.7.
I don't know if that was obvious.
Disney's mistaken released movie Haunted Mansion brought in $24 million.
what?
I say that it was mistakenly
Hold on,
released.
No, stop.
What?
Okay, I was going to tell you to explain that.
Yes. I say it was mistakenly released because they tried to put it out against Barbie and Oppenheimer. 2 movies that they had to know were going to make. That was the draw. One of those 2
I don't know
movies
why
was
they
going to be the
released-
draw.
I don't know why those 2 movies were released on the same weekend either.
I don't know, but everybody seemed to be making double features out of it, which
Dumb,
was
stupid memes.
yeah.
I hate that. I hate it.
Sound of Freedom.
It's so
was
obnoxious.
at number 4, and Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 is sitting in 5th place.
Apparently, that is underperforming.
It's supposedly really good too, but yeah,
Tom Cruise does a stunt.
it has made less money still than Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny,
Ooh, that
which is down at
bad.
7. So
I
yeah,
still
there you
have-
go.
I still haven't gone back to see it, and I'm not going to. It
Barbie
was
is still the
terrible.
number 1 movie in the
Traumatic.
nation.
Sorry.
That's
It
okay.
just looks repulsive. It looks so repulsive.
You don't have to apologize for that. The only thing we need to apologize is for the fact that we're going to be talking about Fatal Combat, also known as No Exit.
No. Yeah.
That was the original
weird.
title for the movie.
Isn't that the name of the show?
Yes,
Isn't that the name of the show inside the movie?
indeed it is.
Yeah, so
But
I just
instead-
watched this. We both just watched this today
Yeah.
because famously we were going to talk about The Last Shark. And we both watched it, and then I don't know what happened with Jeremy. He's like, oh, we can't do the podcast tonight.
My
Cool,
internet
whatever.
was messed up a couple weeks ago, and then last week we couldn't do it because I was out of the state. So
Yeah. So, guys, we watched this movie 2 weeks ago. We cannot remember it. We have tried, guys, we have tried to talk about movies that we either forgotten or didn't watch. We have tried to fake it. We have tried to fake it at least twice, and it
Yeah.
never works.
we're not going to tell you which ones they were, mostly because
we're
I
not-
don't
no,
remember
no.
which ones they
I
were.
think-
But
I don't remember which ones they were, but I know at least one of them never made it to air because we were like, we cannot release that. Everyone's gonna know we did not watch this movie.
yeah. But this one we definitely watched Fatal Combat.
Yeah, we did. We watched every second of it.
Before we get into the movie itself, as I like to do, I was looking through the other credits for the director and producer of this movie, Damian Lee, and of course he's done a couple
That's not his
other
real name.
Riff Tracks movies. The first one that I saw was the one that was released right before the end of last year, Street Law, actually starring the same guy as this movie. He also directed Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe, with Jesse the Body Ventura,
It's a classic.
and then I was scrolling down and I saw his first credit, his first directing credit.
This is his first credit.
This is his first credit. You ready for this? Hot
Oh, no, wait, this is
Teenage
not the one.
Assets. In
Wait, say that one more time.
1978, Hot Teenage Assets.
That's disgusting.
But there's
is-
one
that is repulsive.
It is an adult film. And
Is
there's
it?
yes, there's just one sentence for the description for this movie. I don't know if I'm gonna say it out loud. Maybe I'll just put it up
Well,
on
then
the
why
screen.
did you bring it up?
All right, Kathy's boyfriend tries to talk her into having anal sex. That's the
No.
that's the one, and I'm not joking, guys. Here you go. Let's see, Hot Teenage Assets. There you go. It's right here. Right there.
I
Nice
believe
and
you.
highlighted for you.
You wanna place a bet on a man fucking an alligator? Money playing.
Yeah, Money Plane. I'd rather watch that
Money
again.
playing.
But anyway,
I want to watch. I think I bought it. I think I bought it recently, just so I could watch the riff tracks for it. I haven't yet again, but I really do want to watch.
yeah, that was a
Money
really
again.
good
already-
one. I really liked it. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the other one. That he was
Oh
executive
yeah, the one you
producer
were
on.
saving. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe this.
Yeah, he was
Couldn't believe
one
this.
of the writers
Most hated.
and
What?
executive producer. I just saw his name on the credit. For one Copper Mountain,
Boo.
one of Dave's all-time favorite movies.
Boo. Most hated.
Right there, Copper Mountain. Dave's favorite.
What is it? I don't know. Like I know the guys at Riff Tracks love it, and I don't know why. Because
I know.
boy, oh
I
boy,
know.
do I hate it.
Yeah, not a favorite. Not a favorite here. But you know, there's other movies
Yeah.
that people like more
Trash
than that are
tier.
worse.
Bottom 3.
Right down there with cats, right, Dave?
Right down there with cats
Right
and
down there with cats.
down there with cats and things and
God.
yeah.
So yeah, No Exit or Fatal Combat, as our version was titled, is about a master martial artist. He holds like 3 10th degree black belts, I think he said, who is a college professor, and he teaches warriorism.
Is warriorism, is that when you turn the lights off and you say all kinds of hilarious slurs to make some point?
Yeah, he like it starts
This
off.
movie had a lot of those.
So
A lot.
the movie
I was
starts
shocked.
off showing us clips of things that are going to happen later in the movie, and we're gonna watch
Yeah,
them
that is very
twice.
strange.
Like there's a monologue from the main bad guy, and then we get like
He's
some
the
lady
best-
screaming
he's the
and
best
being
part of the
attacked, and then some guy that we have not been introduced yet. This is our hero of the movie, running up and yelling and drop kicking some dude in the chest. And then it like follows this kid trying to find where he's supposed to go in this building, and he walks in and it's all dark, and here comes our main character up behind him, and he starts just laying into him with some very bad words.
Very, very provocative language.
And like,
We can't repeat it, can we?
oh no, we absolutely cannot. We would get our channel taken down
Okay.
if we repeated
What's
the
your
words
channel,
that the guy
but,
said. Well, my
Like,
channel, but
what do I
yeah,
care? Yeah,
You know what I mean.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. And then like the lights come on, and he's like,
Dave Chadwick would stay up.
he's like, this is the kind of things you're gonna have to put up with out there in the world, and I'm gonna teach you how to ignore it, and so you don't get angry, and you're gonna learn warriorism.
Violent, Jeremy. Violence is never. What is it? Justified? Violent? I don't know. I don't.
Never justified, never the answer.
Yeah,
He
something
says a
like
bunch of
that.
different- Don't
Says a
hurt
bunch of
people is
garbage.
the bottom line. Just don't do it.
What is the entire movie?
Yeah. The entire... Okay. So then we find out that this guy has started this channel called No Exit. And it's basically for the really ultra rich people to watch people beat each other to death.
Okay, so let's talk about this business model for just a second. Because like I have questions about it. I'm not entirely sure how you monetize something like this. So he has this TV station or whatever down in either Antarctica or the Arctic Circle.
It's in the Arctic Circle.
But it's clearly neither one of those places.
Right. It's Canada
and
somewhere.
So they go around kidnapping world-class athletes.
Yeah.
So they go to like
he kidnaps
WCAP,
the world champion kickboxer.
Yeah.
Who like loses to two guys when they go to like kidnap him. So obviously he's not that great.
Yeah. One guy gets shot right in the chest.
Yeah.
But so they kidnap him, they bring him down, they put him in this prison, right? And they make them train. I don't really remember how they motivate them to keep training.
Just because they have to keep fighting, so they're training so they don't die when they go out in their next battle, because they're all fights to the death.
Oh, I see.
As the station owner monologues to a wall of monitors with one
guy on it, yeah.
With one guy's face on it who's like not moving 90% of the time.
Okay, so you do that, but let's get to the monetization of this thing. We're fully monetized on our YouTube channel. So this is back in 95. Is this channel a secret?
Yes, it is. They said it's like a encrypted channel that you could only get like if you had the right stuff to access it. And it is $1 million a year.
So who is... Okay, look. I find it really hard to believe that a bunch of rich people who have the assets to fund such a project. They never address that. This is how it was funded to get set up and how it runs and how people get paid. Or where these guys live.
They get paid with their life.
Yeah, no, I mean like their employees, like the guys running. Like we had a whole thing with the guys in like the
control booth.
in the producer room. They're like wearing black T-shirts and belts and pants.
Boo-doo-doo.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, but the engine was going to shut off. I had to override it. But okay, but I just want to know what rich people are actually doing this. Number one, is it like the money plane?
It's got to be, right?
Yeah, where it's just like everyone, like all the rich people know about it. The rich criminal. It has to be a criminal element that's watching this, right? A rich criminal element, because no, Elon Musk is not watching this, or whoever was like the richest man in the world back then.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, like the CEO
I don't know, maybe they
of batteries. The CEO of batteries.org is not watching this. So I just like, it doesn't seem like it's, unless it's a criminal element that is watching it. And you'd even think that a criminal element wouldn't really have, because like you talk about a rich criminal element really isn't that rich at all. I don't think they have like, they do have like millions of dollars, but it's not like they don't just have it just laying around to fund this, be like, oh, let's watch these fights to the death of someone in the Arctic Circle. Like what? I don't get it. It just seems, I don't buy it, I guess I should say, because it just seems too far-fetched to me. Yeah,
it was a little bit tough to swallow, the whole idea for this.
Yeah.
Especially, they didn't really have a lot of areas they were working with either. The sets were very limited. We had a lot of fights inside a cage with an electrified fence. That
Sorry, I just had
even
to move
though
my car.
even though the guy got knocked into it for like a full minute, somehow it didn't kill him. And they wanted the professor to kill him, and he was like, "Nah, I don't kill people." And then he just walked away, and like nothing happened. And he kept doing that in his fights. He just refused to kill people. And after the second time, they went and got his wife, who was in the hospital when he was taken.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot about
let's
this
go
part.
Back to that. Yeah, no, because I interrupted you because I wanted to talk about the monetization thing of this stupid thing. But let's get back to the actual story of because we got to talk about the introduction of his wife and what happens like right before he gets kidnapped.
Yeah. So she comes into his classroom as his class is letting out.
Yeah.
And
they pretend like they don't know each other, I think.
Yeah. But she's pregnant and they're like married, and it's, then we get like they have to go to the doctors, and
now
the doctor lays it on thick, man. He's like, we didn't think you'd be able to actually get pregnant with all of the miscarriages that she's had and this and that, but look, we finally have a healthy baby, and not too much longer, and the baby will be here with us, and blah blah blah.
Now you hear that, and the way they did it, anybody walking it, because I'm sure this wasn't their intention. They'll be like, oh, but okay, either the wife is going down, or the baby's going down, or both.
Yeah.
Now I thought for sure it was going to be both. I was stunned that the wife lived.
Yeah. So what happens is they go down to the car in the parking garage. And he's like, "Oh, I left the credit card." She's like, "Do you have your wallet?" He's
okay,
like, yep.
okay.
Do you have your
Let's talk
keys?
about that
Yep.
for a second.
And she's like, "Credit card," and he's
clumsy,
like, "Oh." He forgot the credit card.
This clumsy way to get him out of okay. We've both written. I'm sure you've written stories or things. I'm sure you're a writer of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay. Like when you got to get somebody out of the room so that something bad can happen, like there are ways to do that, but this is like the stupidest, clumsiest. They even say so in be like, he's like, look around and be like, oh, would you forget your keys or your wallet? Like, no, I forgot my credit card. And Kevin is even like, which is traditionally held in the wallet, but hey, I play by my own rules.
Right.
Like I forgot my credit card, but he has his wallet. I think he's established that he had his wallet on him.
Yes, he did have his wallet. He just forgot the credit card when he paid
just
for his
forgot
doctor
the credit
visit.
card.
So like he's going up, and it shows him in slow motion, like coming through the doors to get his credit card, and then it shows in real time what's going on in the parking lot, where these 4 or 5 gang members. Well, you know what I mean. Like in regular motion, regular speed. And these guys,
in the dark.
They start walking up to her, and she's trying to get into the car, and she drops the keys, of course. And then it cuts back to the husband walking in slow motion. And then the guys like grab her, and they're just like pulling on her. They're not really doing anything. But he shows up
because during this scene, I was arguing with ChatGPT, like back and forth, and I'm like, ooh, something's happening. So I go back, and like I didn't see all of the attack.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to ask, did they I guess you have to be a little sensitive in discussing. Was she I know she was attacked clearly because spoiler alert, the baby dies.
Well, that they didn't like really do anything to her. They just grabbed her. They weren't like ripping off her clothes or anything like that.
She wasn't like rapade.
No.
Okay.
Jeez. So the guy,
it's a magic
the husband
word.
runs up. Yeah. The husband runs up and like beats the crap out of one of the guys, and a couple of the other guys just ran. They just run away.
Suit.
They're just like, nope. They just took off, and the guy, like their other member, calls them cowards, and he's the one who's holding the wife. and he's got like his arm around her neck, and he's holding a knife in his hand, and he's holding it up like to her throat, like they do. And the husband's like, I don't want to have to hurt you. If you just let her go, you can leave, and I won't do anything to you. And the guy's like, yeah, whatever. And he takes the knife.
I'm in too deep, man.
And he stabs her right in the stomach. So we all know what happens after that. And they're in the hospital.
This hospital scene. So he's like running alongside the gurney as they are pushing his wife into, and I think he's asking something like, is she going to keep the baby? Like, what are you, stupid?
Yeah.
Like, clearly, like that baby is God.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, his wife's name is Carmel. Carmel Stoneman. His name is John Stoneman, and she's Carmel Stoneman.
Carmel Stoneman.
I mean, they pronounce it Stoneman, but still, it's Stoneman.
No,
Carmel
Stoneman is more hilarious.
Carmel Stoneman.
Carmel Stoneman.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, the kid that he like is saying all the bad racial things to, I'm only mentioning this right now because I'm looking at his acting credit for this movie, and his name in the movie is Jason Samuels. And I know in real life Jason Samuels.
I do too.
Yeah.
Is that our good friend
Yes.
Mr. Hamster?
I do believe so.
Okay.
But I just thought that was funny that that was.
Yeah, he's our very good friend. I know him.
Yeah. So
probably not listening right now. You got a name drop, man.
yeah.
Wasn't he one of our Patreons once?
I don't remember. The doctor ends up getting kidnapped by Tayback. Was that the guy's name?
Is the doctor?
Tayback.
The doctor is not the main character, right?
No.
Okay.
Maybe was it Tayback? Yeah, his name was Tayback. And I remember they make like a Vic Tayback joke in the riff, but so he like kidnaps the professor and takes him to the secret compound in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, takes him on. Now, did he go on the helicopter or the hovercraft? One of the two.
Helicopter, because all the hovercrafts were being used in some way for the fights outside. I don't even know what the point of the hovercrafts were.
Yeah, they look so stupid.
Yeah. But I did like the joke there about how we have way fewer hovercrafts than what we were promised in all the 90s action movies. That was a really weird trend to use hovercrafts in those movies.
They're so impractical and stupid. I don't know why you would use it when you can just use like a tank.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like it's like fly. I think that's supposed to be like, it's a hovercraft. It hovers off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not that impressive.
The main villain in Jackie Chan's First Strike from 1996, a year after this movie came out, gets run over by a hovercraft. It basically just like rips the clothes off the back half of his body and scratches him up a little bit. Doesn't really do too much else to him, but just a little Jackie Chan fun fact for you. That's not a thing we're going to be doing. Unless the opportunity presents itself. Jackie Chan fun facts.
Jackie Chan, that could be a whole new department. Jackie Chan fun facts.
Jackie Chan fun facts.
We could do that. We could like make stuff up about Jackie Chan. And we could do like they do on 372 pages.
Yeah.
And we could do like, okay, is this a real? We could do Jackie Chan fun facts.
Real or fanfic?
Real or fanfic? Is this real or is it true? And then like we could like be like, okay, I think that's a real Jackie Chan fan. That's a real Jackie Chan fact, or is it Jackie Chan fanfic?
One of my favorite memories about the 372 Pages podcast, back when they were doing Armada? Was that the other Ernest Cline book?
Yeah, that's the other Ernest Cline book.
or maybe it was Ready Player One. I don't remember. It was one of the two.
They're both terrible.
Yeah, they're both bad. It had to have been Armada because it had to do with flying spaceships. And I made a reference to Iron Eagle, and did this big thing about like the trench run in Iron Eagle, and the song that he was listening to was the same song from that very moment in the soundtrack, and I stumped them. They thought it was real from the book.
Oh, is that you?
So that was me. So I don't know if that was a good thing or not, though, because I can write at the same level as Ernest Cline.
Anybody can write at the same level as Ernest Cline.
Anyway, we were talking about this.
He's the worst living writer.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, some of the other books that they've
are like
done
John
are...
Scalzi, but I know I'll get hate mail for that.
Probably.
Red Shirts is terrible. It is bad.
That
is a bad book.
Yeah, Mr. Stonehorn, or Stoneman, not Stonehorn. I don't know. Stonehorn.
No.
John Stoneman.
Get away with that. That's his name from now on. Stonehorn.
Yeah. At one point, like the kid, because the kid gets kidnapped with him, and but he's like got 3 black belts in Taekwondo or something, whatever stupid he said he had. And he probably can't even fight as good as any of the people in Miami Connection. But he escapes. Like, he knocks out a guard, grabs his gun.
Yeah,
and
this
escapes.
is so dumb. This is so dumb.
And,
like, okay, so let's set it up. Let's set it up. John Stonehorn is like, he is okay. So he's been kidnapped and taken to this this fight to the death arena in the Arctic Circle, and like this also, I gotta say, very nice prison.
Yeah, it was clean.
Yeah,
very clean.
And they have everything they could want, except they can't have sex with their wife.
6 tires. They have 6 tires.
Yeah, but so he's just like doing like Tai Chi and like meditating and like teaching the other guys how to fight and stuff. Meanwhile, I guess his wife is in extended recovery after getting stabbed in the stomach and losing their child. So like, she's like forgotten for most of the movie, right? But he's done, like, it's like he doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. So, and he just be like, and the other guy's like, hey, we should escape. And John Stonehorn is like, no, it's not the right time. And the other guy correctly says, be like, I'm not going to die here. I'm going to go ahead and escape. And it'd be like, there's no place to run to, man. We have to stay here. Our time will come. Probably like, what? I don't understand. You're just going to, like, what you think is going to happen here, John Stonehorn.
Yeah.
So he, the kid, escapes.
Yeah.
He escapes.
He starts running through the, quote, tundra.
Both he and John Stonehorn and the bad guys are like, well, we got to go get him and bring him back. And I don't know why, like, so I guess John Stonehorn steals, what was it, like?
It was an ATV.
Some kind of, an ATV, and is running after him. And he had a gun, like the kid had a gun somehow.
Yeah, he took it from the guard that he knocked out.
And like he holds him, like John Stonehorn gets him, like, hey, let's go back to jail.
We have to go back.
Yeah, we have to go back to being in this prison. He's like, I don't want you, man, to be like, oh, you never survive out here. Be like, he's got to. I can't. So he was out, and they say this in the riff a lot, but he was out. He was out. You're out. You've escaped.
Yeah, you're both in left.
Like, and they're just like, we'll escape soon, man. I promise. It's like, you're both not there anymore.
No.
Okay.
For some reason, he was acting like Jack Shepherd. We have to go back.
No, yeah. So instead, Jack from Lost. Yeah, like, we have to go back, Kate. So instead of blowing John Stonehorn away, like, get the F away, instead of like putting 5 bullets like right in the middle of his chest, he's like, oh, like, and he has that scene, that breakdown scene where he goes in for a hug, like that crap. they'll be like, okay, let's go back to jail, right? But then they're confronted by the bad guys. But in this moment, the bad guys and them have the same goal.
Yeah,
and they have like this, they have this stupid confrontation. Be like, no, hey, take us back to jail. That's where we're going. No, that's not it. The kid holds them. There's like this gun down. The other bad guy that is like, be like, I'm gonna tell like, yeah, it's like very like cliche to be like, like 90s action dialogue. I can't remember exactly what they said, but it's very stupid. And so it'd be like, finally be like, and so for the second time in as many scenes, the kid backs down. Like he's holding somebody at gunpoint. Instead of blowing him away, he'd be like, okay, whatever. So I might as well not have this gun at all. Cause clearly I won't use it. And they blow him away anyway. Yeah,
the guys kill him. They
kill him.
Shoot him in the head.
What was the point of that? Why did you take all this effort to go get him if you weren't going to put him back in jail?
Yeah.
So it's like, and then, but I like the narrative reason obviously is to like motivate John Stonehorn into escaping, which he already did.
Yeah. And then they go and they kidnap his wife.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the,
because they're trying to force him to kill people.
Yeah. So they get his wife, but I guess they didn't have the money for any of the actors that day to kidnap her. So they just had equipment to film her entire body.
Yeah.
So they zoom in on her face. I guess she's still at the hospital.
Yeah.
They zoom in on her face, and some guy, we don't even know who it is, some guy off screen says, hey, come with me. And she's like, okay. And that's how they kidnap her.
Yeah. And of course, during the showdown against the main, I don't know, fighter, he's not the main bad guy.
Yeah.
The main bad guy is the guy who's running the
bald guy,
the company,
bald dialogue man.
Yeah, bald dialogue man.
Monologue man. Yeah. We haven't talked nearly much about him, but I don't remember that much.
He fights Captain Slur, I guess we'll call him.
Yeah.
And he's always saying very bad things to people. Slurs all over the place.
I would like to repeat it, but I can't because it's hilarious. But yeah.
So they have their final confrontation against each other, and John Stonehorn throws a knife into his butt when he's running away, and he ends up winning. The guy comes down with his wife, and they have to confront each other.
Yeah. The wife went to the Arctic Circle. This studio thing, doing it outside, is not going as I planned. I didn't plan on it getting dark. What is this night?
What is this night thing?
But John Stonehorn and his wife. So I guess. Well, no. Let's talk about how Monologue Man.
Hang on a second.
Goes down.
You can talk about that for a second. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. So okay, bye. Monologue Man. His employees turn on him, and I don't know why. And so Jeremy's gone. Everybody. Monologue Man. His employees turn on him, and
sorry, dogs were barking.
All the cameramen and all the production staff decide on a whim like that, instead of making $1 million or whatever it was, be like, we're gonna let John Stonehorn kill Monologue Man, and that's going to accomplish what?
I don't know, because one of his assistants. And this is the last guy that Stonehorn punches in the face.
Greasy Clark Kent, yeah, that's what I called him.
Keeps trying to get him to start their own channel. He's like, we won't have to. You won't have to kill anybody. We'll have people for that will kill the people for you. You won't have to do it. You just have to fight them.
Explain how that works.
And instead, he just punches him in the face, and they run.
Punch him
out.
in the face, and him and his wife. There's like no. Oh, and the last thing we see is him punching Greasy Clark Kent in the face, and one of the best riffs in the movie. Mike says, "Yeah, take that, whoever you were."
Yeah.
that was pretty good. And so he punches Greasy Clark Kent in the face, and they go out and they're in the hovercraft and they just zoom away, and that's the end of the movie. It's over.
Yep.
And like this movie just like slammed right into a tree, it burst on fire. They just walked away from it.
Yep.
So yeah. So like there's no resolution on the dead baby. There's no denouement like a year later. It'd be like, oh, we have a child now, and like there's none of that. There's no like character resolution.
Can't believe
Or,
they
like,
saved the baby.
Yeah, there's none of that. It's just like, no, here's an awesome picture of this hovercraft. Remember the helicopter? Here's a hovercraft.
One of my favorite riffs in here has to deal with one of the helicopter shots, and it was when they were flying, and there's just like this ice thing with like an arch in it, and Bill's just like, "Hey, why don't you come fly through my sad little opening here?" And then the helicopter just keeps going, and Bill's just like, "Oh, I guess not." It's just the way that he delivered it. I don't know. It was really funny.
I was really expecting more Blue Thunder jokes with all those helicopter shots, to be perfectly honest with you. So there was a line that like this was their John Shoehorn, like what was his name? John something.
John Stonehorn.
John Stonehorn. John Stonehorn, his big hero line of the movie when he was confronting, I guess, Monologue Man. One Monologue Man said something about value. and John Stonehorn just like screams like, "You don't know the meaning of value."
It was so goofy.
And I couldn't believe it. I was just like, that sounds like something Chat GPT would write.
That's
like,
right
like
up there with...
to like write a scene. It'd be like, write an intense...
Do we have some kind of Dracula running around here?
Yeah. It'd be like, it's not like you... Now, what would make it is like, you don't know the meaning of love. Now, that's something that like people can like, because everyone feels love.
It's the power
I
of
suppose.
love. Yeah.
I sure don't. I don't feel love for people. They disgust me, but other people do. Other people know what love feels like, and they know the value of love because it brings them great happiness into their lives, their loved ones. And clearly, Monologue Man doesn't have anybody in his life who loves him. That's why he fills that hole in his life with money and fights and killing people and violence. And if there had been something like say I'm trying to fix the movie, I don't know why. If
You're putting more thought into it than the director did.
If John Stonehorn like there he had this that we didn't really get, this passionate reunification with his wife, and be like, "Oh, I love it." Be like, "Oh, our baby's dead. That's okay. Love will find a way," or something. But that's a great way to introduce the concept of love into it, because his wife is right there, and comes out and be like, "Love has no value. You can't put a price," or something. Yeah, Monologue Man could come out and do a whole thing about the value of love, and then John Stonehorn could like take his wife and be like, "You don't know the meaning of love."
Take my wife,
yeah,
please.
you don't know the meaning of love, or something. That would have been stupid, but it would have been better than "You don't know the meaning of value." Which I don't understand how a human can write that and think that it's a captivating and inspiring hero line. Damn it. It makes no sense. You don't know the meaning of value. Doesn't meaning and value, don't they kind of mean the same thing? I don't get it.
It sounds like a bad TV commercial.
Yeah.
You don't know the meaning of value until you come on down to the Arctic Circle.
Come on down to Kent's Market out here in Plain City. We got chicken eggs, we got goat eggs, we got all kinds of value. We know the meaning of value here at Kent's Plain City.
Yeah. Like that.
That's a real business out here.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. It's like the one thing I could think of off the top of my head.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. Oh, so that's Fatal Courage, Fatal something.
Combat? Yes, Fatal Combat.
Yeah,
They make
I don't
a Mortal
even know.
Kombat
Yeah.
joke.
Let's
at
go
the
through our
beginning.
list. We're running long.
All right, our list. I should probably bring that up. I know plot's like the first one.
And we're using the sliding riff track scale.
Sliding riff track scale. Basically, we do that and we compare them to more recent movies. That's the easiest way for us to do this.
Yeah.
Fatal. Yes, the first one is plot.
You know what? I would say plot good because there was one. I would
Yeah?
say 3.
3?
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah,
okay
3.
with
I'm
that.
not giving it a 4.
No, but
No.
3. I'm definitely good with a 3. I think that works. Acting. Ugh.
Oh,
The acting was awful.
it was fun
in
to
this
watch.
movie.
The acting was fun to watch. I'll give it a 3.
A 3?
I really enjoyed this. Yeah.
Dialogue.
Oh.
Lots
Well,
of.
I mean, I think we got to go with how entertaining it was, and there was a like just you don't know the meaning of value,
You don't know the meaning
and all
of
the
value.
slurs. Those were hilarious.
Inappropriate, but you know,
Yeah.
they were
You know,
made funnier by the guys.
Yeah, I would give it a 3. I'm giving it I'm probably giving this higher marks than it deserves, but I don't know.
Compared to Bog, which was the last movie, I think it can go.
There
a
were
little
no
higher.
old people making out in this, Jeremy.
I know. What do I
Yeah,
do
that
without
too.
old people making out? Cinematography.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go because man,
Most of
I
it
think
was
they might have.
interior shots.
Yeah, but you got those helicopter shots.
Yeah, the helicopter shots weren't bad.
Going over snow, which at first I thought was salt because my mind has been poisoned by the Last Jedi. I don't know. 2, just because
2?
it's so ugly. Yeah, it's just like so generic. 90s 3 camera nonsense.
Editing. I think this kind of fits into that because there was a lot of very choppy editing around the fighting.
Yeah,
so
there
you
was
didn't
a
have
lot
to
of
see
there was
a lot of it.
clumsy. Yeah, there was a lot of clumsy stuff happening.
I don't know. 1, 2.
No, I don't know
do
if
you
it
think?
deserves a 1. 1's pretty bad.
We'll go
I'll
2
give
then.
it a 2. Yeah.
Effects.
Were there effects in this movie?
Not really. I mean, when the guy shot the student like point blank in the head, they didn't even have a muzzle flash. They played the sound of a gun firing, and that was it. And the dude like fell backwards.
1, I guess. Yeah, because there weren't. Yeah.
I mean, they had hovercrafts running around, but that's about it. Sound and music.
2.
2.
'Cause I don't remember any of the music.
If we can't remember it, it can't be that great.
Yeah, it's not that great.
Directing.
Ooh. I don't think this dude knows what he's doing. I mean, is he also the writer?
Yes.
Okay, so he wrote the line "You don't know the meaning of value." 1, and he directed it, and he directed John Stonehorn to deliver the line that way,
Yeah.
and no one said, "Hey, this is kind of dumb."
I'm
No
sure
one said
somebody
that.
said it. They probably just didn't
So
say it out
what?
loud.
Yeah.
The character / personality of the film.
Oh, 4. I love this. I love the personality of this movie.
And our last question, did the riffs make it watchable? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it did. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Would you watch this on Rift?
I probably would have if I would have found it before I knew what it was.
I think so too. I think I would have given it a chance just because it's so like you see all these like it's I don't want to say it's as good as No Retreat, No Surrender because it wasn't. And that movie is terrible. I know you love it, but
yeah. But I love it because it's terrible. Same with Rad.
But it's a different kind of like mid-level terrible.
Yeah.
But it also has a fun premise that you can like poke holes in. I mean, it's really dumb, but it's the kind of dumb that I can get behind. So I don't know, this personality, right? I don't want to give it a 5, but 4.
A 4 in personality? Cool. Oh. That works for me. I mean, overall, it was a pretty good riff.
Yeah, I liked it. I might watch it again.
I definitely have to watch it again. I was dozing off during it.
I know, yeah.
But that's not the movie's fault at all. That was just me. I was just very tired today. I kind of got a little bit of a cold thing going on. In case you guys couldn't tell by the sneezing and coughing and sniffling, which I've been trying to keep.
I hadn't
out
noticed.
Of the microphone.
So yeah.
Well, that's good then. Yeah. So there you go. Fatal Combat. I recommended. A definite recommendation.
Yeah, rec. Go get it.
I was gonna say something else, and it's gone. I forgot. It must not have been.
It's starting to rain here, so I think maybe we should.
Oh, I can hear.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's gonna do it for us today. Anyway, regardless of the rain or not.
Blue Riffcast, yeah.
Yeah, you guys can catch us here. We should be back here next Tuesday. And then the following.
We'll watch something.
Yeah, we'll watch whatever. If nothing comes out on Friday, we'll pick something.
We'll watch something we can actually remember.
Yeah, something we can remember and that we haven't talked about before. But the following week after that, obviously, is the week of Riff Tracks Live. Not sure if we're going to do anything that week. I will be in Nashville the days leading up to it.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll do something. Because, hey, as long as I do at least one broadcast from down there, the whole trip is a business write-off. And I'm going to take advantage of that, damn it. But, yeah, that's going to wrap us up. You can follow me on pretty much every form of social media. Just look for PBN Awesome. I'm even still currently on X. Because it's not Twitter anymore. Over there. That. You can follow the podcast over there, too, at TB Riffcast.
And I'm over there at D. Chadwick Author. Oh, my gosh, I did it right.
Woo! First try.
Check me out, davechadwick.info, all that stuff. Yeah. I got to get out of here.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next time right here on the True Blue Riffcast.
Rock Day Die.
Rock,